Hey everyone, it's Anna. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. I'm coming on today to share the March 2022 release from Impression Obsession. We have new dies and new stamps being released this month, so I thought I would come on and share with you. So let me go ahead and share the products that I used and my samples. So my first project uses this die set that released last month. This one is called Trims, and it's a 5-piece die set that comes with 2 different rickracks here, a loop trim, a looped border trim, and then another rickrack that has a single stitch down the center. So that's a fun set that released last month. And it also uses a sentiment from this set here. This also is a previously released one. It's called Typewriter Slimline Shorts, and this one is from Dina. And it's just a really nice set that has all different kinds of sentiments in it in a nice typewriter font that's nice and small and tidy. So love that set. And it also uses this stamp here. This is one of Elisa Baker's new images. It's called Leafy Planter, and I think this is just a really beautiful image. It reminds me of young lavender before it starts to bloom. So I just think this is a really beautiful stamp. So let me go ahead and show you the card that I made. So here it is. I stamped it on linen white cardstock from Nina, and I colored it with alcohol markers in yellows and blues, or excuse me, yellows and purples. And then I added green to the leaves. I also wanted to add some hints of purple up here as well and sparkle. So what I did is I added shadows with a purple marker along the edges of the leaves. And then I used this Twinkle Stickles to add sparkle. And it actually has like a bluish purple highlight to the sparkle, and so it just really nicely gave a nice pretty accent to this plant. And instead of putting the sparkles right over the leaves, I really like how adding it to the shadow made the leaves stay green but still gave that stamped image a really pretty sparkle look to it. Here you can see where I used that leaf or that loop side trim. And then here's one of Jeannie's sentiments and the sun that's in that set as well. And then one of the stamps I didn't pull out is this one here in the background, and this one released last month, and it's Jeannie's Tiny Hearts dress pattern stamp. I love that stamp. So really cute images to use together. My next sample uses, let's see, where did it go? It uses a Floral Border die from Lindsay, and it's a really beautiful stamp that's got lots of different kinds of flowers in it. There's some cone flowers and daffodils. There's some marigold looking flowers. Here's like a crocus or tulip. So just lots and lots of beautiful flowers in here. So, and then I also use the crazy stitched set that comes with this frame. And it has the wacky stitching here on the side. That's like the back and forth straight stitch. And then it has the fun zigzag here on this side as well. So it uses that die. And here is my card. So you can see one of those sentiments there from Dina's sets. The image I stamped here again on Nina cardstock, and it's the linen cardstock, so it's got a nice texture to it. And then I just colored those images with lots of pinks and purples and yellows and oranges. And I added that stickles, again, this Twinkle Stickles for sparkle. So I think that one turned out really pretty. The next card I have to share with you uses this cover a card. It's called Checkers. Let me move some of these things off to the side here. So this stamp is called Checkers. And it's a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 square, so it's a really nice size. And you can, they call them cover cards because you can stamp your card panel this way, or you could stamp your card panel this way. If it was a directional design, it would matter, but of course this one it doesn't. So it's a really nice size that we can use on our A2 cards. So it also uses this stamp here from Lindsay, and it's called Among the Wildflowers. So it's this cute little border of flowers here, and it says, you belong among the wildflowers here at the bottom, and then it's got some cute clouds up here in the sky. And then it also uses this wacky stitched circles die set as well. And each one of these circle dies has the zigzag on a portion of it, and then the fun back and forth straight stitch as well. So here's my card. I also use the Impression Obsession hybrid inks to stamp in the background here. So there's that checkerboard. I used ink to add some additional ink around the edges of the card to darken those up a little bit. But you can see where I die cut that image using that circle set and then stamped the image and colored it with markers and added some stickles there to the clouds and the polka dots in the sky. So this is a really fun and easy card to make, and I think it turned out really cute. I added some stickles also to the little heart here on the flower and then the little centers of the flower, just for some extra sparkle. My next card uses, let's see, this die, which was a previously released die, and this is called Wood Grain Frame, and this is just a really nice detailed frame die. And it also uses this previously released cover a card called Newsprint. Yes, and it's number CC068. And again, it's called Newsprint. So this is a fun one to have in your stash. And then it also features the Necktie Die Set, which is this one here. So it comes with 5 pieces. It comes with a full necktie, and then it comes with an extra piece, which is the knot. So the top of the knot, so you can add extra detail. And then it has 3 tie clips that you can choose from. So there's a straight one, there's one that's a little more flourished, and then there's one that's a fish, and it's my favorite. I love the fish. So this is a 5-piece set here called Necktie. And here's my card. So I love that little fish. I die cut him out of gold cardstock, and I think he's just the cutest thing ever. Here's where I stamped the newsprint in the background. And here's that wood grain frame die, so you can see the size of it on a card front. So really fun card to make for Father's Day. Because the tie is 2 pieces, I was able to actually pop up this the knot piece here with a little bit of glue, hot glue in the back there, and so I was able to round out the knot, and it actually gives it lots of 3D, so a nice dimension there. So, and then I actually added some glue underneath the edge of the tie here to give it a little bit of lift from the card. So really fun and super easy card to make. My next card features this cover a card stamp, and it's called Double Diagonal. And this is one of Jeannie's. It has all of her hair on it, of course. But this also is one of the 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 stamps, and I just love this design. It's really easy to use and works great for masculine cards. And then I also used a couple of die sets that I have releasing this month. This one is called the Grill, and so it's kind of an odd looking die set here, but you get the grill itself, the belly of the grill, you get the lid, the legs, and then there's a little wheel that you can add to the leg, and then a little handle you can die cut and add to the top for some extra detail. And then I also use the grill utensils set, so you get a spatula and a fork, and if you'd like, you can add some extra detail to those with the pieces for the handles that overlay right on top of there. And then it also features a sentiment as well, which is a die, and it's this one here. And it says, "Life is crazy good." So this is a really fun sentiment to have. So let me go ahead and show you the card. And this is it here. So you can see how the grill gets assembled. You can have the lid open or you can have the lid closed. And I die cut it out of that silver cardstock, silver foiled cardstock, and I think it looks really cool like that. And then I added a little silver foil handle as well. And I added a little gem here to the middle of the wheel. And then here I die cut the utensils out of that silver cardstock and then added a little extra detail with the red pieces of cardstock there. The sentiment is die cut out of glitter cardstock. I also cut it out of a couple pieces of gray cardstock so that I was able to pop it up and give it a little bit of dimension here on the card. So that's really easy to do as well. And then you can see that double diagonal stamp in the background there. So I think this is a really also fun and easy card to make. So lots of options for our masculine cards this month. I love that. The next card I have to share with you features the hero words. Let me show you which ones these are. So you get thank you. You also get America, or you can do American or American because it has an extra N here that you can add to the end of America. You get the word hero, and then you also get the words God bless and freedom. So I think this is a really powerful die set to have. Very meaningful and has lots of nice uses. So let me go ahead and show you my card. Oh, it also features a piece of the trim, the Rickrack trim that released last month, and the hexagon die set as well. So these all released last month. And then you can see the size of the thank you is really nice to die cut. I die cut it 2 times out of some really beautiful blue cardstock that I have that has some white speckles in it. And I think it turned out really nice. So, and then I just added some little starred gems here that I have and gave it a spritz of silver glitter, and I think it turned out really beautiful. So, one of my favorite cards for the month. Another card that I have to share with you today uses this die set here. It's called Banner, and so it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 die piece set. It comes with a banner that's all connected, and it has a strip along the top here, and then it comes with an individual piece for each one of these the banner flags, so that you can die cut this just one time and then have enough pieces to overlay the banner. And these are all the same. You don't have to worry about matching, you know, the right flag to each cover piece. They're all identical, so to make it a little easier for us. And then it also features a stamp set from Jeannie, which is this set here, and it's called Hello Sunshine. That's a nice set from Jeannie. And here's the card. So I just love how the banner, you can stretch it across the whole card here, and I just think it's really, really pretty. And it's really easy to use too, because this really thin strand or the line of the banner is attached to underneath, you know, these pieces as well. So it's these polka dot pieces are just laid on top of extra gray banner pieces. So it's actually really easy to assemble. And then here's that sentiment from Jeannie, and I added a couple little gemmies here as well. So, and then here's another card that features the banner. Here I did not die cut any extra pieces. I just die cut the banner itself. And then when it came to laying it over the cloud, I did die cut these 2 pieces here and then overlaid the cloud instead. And then this is a cute little sun die that is from Impression Obsession, as well as these clouds too. And then there's another sentiment releasing this month, which is Wishing You Sunshine. And that's a really fun die set as well. And it looks like this. So it says Wishing You Sunshine. So cute, cute, cute. And I gave this card a really good spritz of gold glitter dust. So it's very sparkly as well. On to the next card. It features my popsicle die, and it has a stick that has wood grain, and then there's 3 layers to the popsicle that you can use. There's one that is like, you know, the bottom of the popsicle, or ice cream, what are those called? Ice cream bar? Ice cream on a stick. So you could, for example, you could cut this out of cream colored cardstock and it could be your vanilla. You could die cut this one out of lighter brown, and that could be 1 layer of chocolate, and then this could be a top layer of chocolate, or you could just do the first and third layers. All kinds of options here. And then it also features, let's see, this set here, which was a previously released set. This is the Scalloped Stitched Circles die set. And then it also features a stamp set from Jeannie that has to do with popsicles, and it is called Popsicle Sayings. So that's a fun summer one as well. And then here is my card. Oh, it also features this cover card from Jeannie. This is Tiny Dots. And so every other dot is either open or filled in. And so that's the pattern there. Open dot, solid dot, open dot, solid dot. So really, really fun, nice, versatile stamp. So here's my card. And I added some of my tea-dyed seam binding here for a bow. There's the little sentiment from Jeannie's set. And here you can see that tiny dot in the background there. I love that die, or that stamp. Here's that scallop circle. And then here you can see how I've layered a couple of different types of popsicles. So this one features the first and second layer, and then this one is just the second and third layer. And the other thing I wanted to show you here is the third layer die cuts a little like a reflection or a shine detail. You can either use those pieces of paper die cut out, popped out and adhered back down to the top of your popsicle, or you can use a gel pen and just color them in, and that's the difference of those two looks that you get. So this one's a little more dainty, and this one is a little more standoutish die cut. So fun, fun. And then I have another few dies being released. I have this one here. This is called Wood Planks, and this is a 5-piece die set. It has 3 planks with different wood grains that are 3/4 inch wide, and then it has 2 that are 3/8 inch wide that have different colored wood grain texture as well. So there's that set. And then also there is, I hid them for myself. There is this set here. This is the Nails and Screw Heads die set. So this set is really fun to die cut out of silver foil cardstock. There's this die set here, and this is the hand tools. So you get a saw, there's a crescent wrench, a pair of pliers, a hammer and a handle, a screwdriver, and then your saw has an extra handle as well. And then also it features the wooden toolbox. So this is kind of a fun die. This is a 3-piece die. It comes with the toolbox itself. So this would like be the uprights of the arms, and then this would be as if you're looking at the toolbox in the distance, you can see the back side of it. That's what that area would be. And then this piece here is the front of the toolbox. So you would die cut this and you would overlay it slightly over top of this piece here, and that would make the entire toolbox look like it's been assembled. And then this piece here is the wooden handle, and there are actually slits when you die cut the this piece. There are slits here that get cut for you, and you can slip the ends of these handles through the box, and so that it has a nice handle to use. So this is kind of a fun little die set. It can also be used instead of just for hand tools or a toolbox. You can use it as a gardening box as well, and you could use the garden trowel, the garden fork, and the little shovel and pitchfork in that toolbox as well. And then also there's a really pretty garden label available as well. These are both previously released dies. So let me go ahead and show you my sample. Oh, it also uses a stamp from Jeannie, which is called Mr. Fix-It. And I love this set. Jeannie did a really good job putting this one together. It's very unique. Again, it's called Mr. Fix-It, and it's just for the handyman in your life. You came, you sawed, you fixed. So let's get hammered. Thanks for being my Mr. Fix-It. So I love that set. So here's my card. And I think this might be my favorite card from the release. It was certainly the most fun to put together. So here you can see the wood planks in the background. I just die cut them out of cream colored cardstock and craft colored cardstock, and I inked the edges up just randomly and then adhered them all in place to create a plank floor. I also used one of the planks here as my sentiment banner, and then you can see where I've die cut and added those screw heads as well. Here you can see where I have assembled the wooden toolbox. So here maybe you can see how I've slipped that handle through the upright of the toolbox, so it actually has a handle. And then here are all the tools assembled as well. So here's the saw with its extra handle piece. Here's the screwdriver, so you can overlay, you know, whatever color handle your guy has for his tools, you can overlay it there. Here's the wrench with the little detail there for the thumb piece where you, you know, make the wrench smaller or wider. The hammer has a extra detail of the handle that you can put over the hammer. And then of course the set of pliers is just 2 pieces that you adhere together right there, and I think they look really cool. So I love this card. On the inside, I used a couple of extra planks here that I had from when I trimmed off the edges of these, you know, where they hung over the edge. So I just put them inside here with a couple of screws as well. Used one of Jeannie's sentiments, and then I even had a piece for the back that I could use as well. So I think this card turned out really fun. It was really fun to put together. So these little hand tools were really fun to assemble. So I'm also looking forward to using this box in this summertime for some gardening cards. So those are the products and the projects I have to share with you. Thank you so much for watching my video. I will put links to the Impression Obsession website down below where there are all the products being released this month. I don't, of course, get everything sent to me. I don't want everything sent to me or need everything sent to me. So I just pick and choose the things that I know I'll have fun using for a long time, and that I know that I have time to make projects for the release with. So check out the website for the full details on the release, and thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!